Uh, Welcome to Dr. Paul Kebicho YouTube channel. I once again want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the support that you have continually given unto me, and more so for having been my viewers since I started learning this particular channel. And I want to mention a few things because I know that majority of you have the desire to succeed in their business endeavors. And I'm so passionate about business because that is my training and that's my background. So I want us to look very, very briefly at what we call the fundamentals or the key principles or the key factors that makes a business to tickle or a business to succeed. Majority of us people, we run businesses. Everybody is learning a business, or we are learning enterprises. We have seen some big enterprises, and I'll mention it because it is in public domain, that seemed to be doing pretty well that collapsed. And one of them was what we call Ushumi Supermarket, Nakumatt Supermarket, Ukwara Supermarket, and Tuskys. These were big, very big, huge enterprises. The question is, what lessons did we learn from them? We have got other supermarkets that are running in the Republic of Kenya, but I hope the management have taken a bit of time to ask, or rather to interrogate the situations that made those big supermarket chains to collapse. Because wahenga wanasema ukiona sha mwenzio shanyolewa shakotia maji. I have also seen other businesses. I remember there was a bank that was called Kenya Finance Bank. I saw another bank which was called Imperial Bank crumbling down. For those people who can remember, we used to have what we call OTC buses. I understand we also have another bus company that's almost on the verge of collapse. These are enterprises. So we need to ask ourselves, what is it that the people behind those businesses never did that made them to come down? Yet they appear to be doing plenty well. And what lessons do we learn from those businesses that have collapsed? And then what do we require to do to ensure that our business do not follow the same route that those businesses followed? What could have been the major contributor to their collapse? Then what do we require to do to ensure that we do not become victims of those kind of situations? So one of the things, and I'm going to give you just 5, in the next maybe 5 or 7 minutes, I'll explain a little bit using very, very simple language. One of the things that you need to do as an entrepreneur or as a business person, or the person behind a given venture, is that you need to understand the marketplace and define your key performance indicators. When you talk about understanding the marketplace, you need to ask yourself, how many other players are in the market? What is it that is going to distinguish me from them? How will I differentiate my services from their services? Like, for instance, we have banks in Kenya. Banks, they do over almost similar services. But what will stop me from going to Bank B and stick in Bank A? We have circles all over in the Republic of Kenya, but what is it that will make me to remain in circle A and not to go to circle B? When I go to the supermarket, what is it that will make me to buy a product A and leave product B? Those are the key questions that we need to ask ourselves. So when I say understand the marketplace and define the key performance indicators, you need to ask, or rather, to have some element of doing a very serious study in the market. Carry out a very serious, rigorous study of the market. And ask yourselves, in the event this competitor does A, B, C, D, where will it leave my business? Where do they source for their products? What is their profit margin? What strategy are they using to trap the customers that they have, that makes those customers to go to their supermarket and not my supermarket, or to go to their hotels and not my hotels, for instance? Or what makes a parent to take a child in a given academy and not the academy, yet you're offering the same CBC, yet you're offering the same IGCSE? So one of the things that is that you need to understand the marketplace and define the key performance indicators. Apart from sourcing their products, how is their layout? How do they arrange their goods? How is the establishment like? How are the premises like? How people-friendly are they, among other things? How are the staff members? How do they treat their customers? The other thing is that you must draft a business plan, because a business plan normally prepares you psychologically What is it that you want to do in your executive summary? What product and services are you going to sell? What are your projections? What are your calculations in terms of achieving the goals that you have set in that particular business plan? What are the likely pitfalls, and what are you supposed to do to avoid those pitfalls from hitting you hard? And after how long do you anticipate to have hit what we call the break-even point? Very, very key. So you must have a well-drafted business plan. Seek services of a professional. We are there. We'll be able to help you on that line. Create a human resources team. You need to ensure that you have people who have the competencies, who have the skills, who have what it takes to propel you to the levels that you envisage in your business plan and in your strategic plan. You must create a human resources team, because you cannot be an expert in every field. You will not be an accountant, you will not be an auditor for that matter, you will not be a marketer, you will not be a managing director at the same time. You can't be everything. At one time, you require services of what we call a very well-trained and oiled human resources team. Then the other thing that you need to do, ensure that you bring on board the right people for your organization. You must hire the right employees. And let me tell you, cheap is expensive. Most of us employers, we look for cheap labor. Fine, whereas we appreciate we have no shortage of supply of labor, we must take cognizance of the fact that we need people who will understand what it is that the organization is doing, who will be one touch in terms of understanding the kind of things that you're doing. So hire the right employees. And hiring the right employees means pay them well. You have to pay your employees well. You have to treat them with a lot of decorum and tandem. You must respect them, and you must know they are human beings. So do not become bossy. And remember, you cannot work alone. You require them. So hire the right employees. Point number 6, offer benefits for your staff. If you have hired some people to come and work with you, I would urge you, and listen to me as a professional, we have what we call medical scheme. Your staff members require medical scheme, which is very, very important. Because by having a medical scheme, in the event the health deviates from norm, they will not go borrowing money or taking loans to go to hospital. No, they'll just use what we call take an insurance cover for them, which we refer to as a medical insurance cover for them. Have for your staff members what we call a pension scheme. A pension scheme makes your staff members, it will retain, these benefits will retain your employees for long. They'll work for you for the long haul. So you require what we call benefits for your staff members. Why don't you take what we call a group personal accident, a GPA for your staff members, that in the event one of your staff members is recorded in heaven for further deployment by the Maker, or he or she goes beyond the horizon, or he or she leaves us and moves to the next world, they have some money to be given to the family members, group personal accident. And sometimes it's also important to have what we call a last expense for them. A last expense cover means that even during burial, you will give them a dignified send-off, because the insurance cover that you have taken for them will be able to provide the much needed resources to help during that particular trying period of time. And you appear to be a very organized member of an employer. The other thing that you must ensure, can you come up with what we call a reward system? A reward system basically means for those people who work well, for those people who deliver services well, for those people who are loyal to you, how do you now separate them from those people who are so lazy? People with lethargy of work. So come up with what we call a reward system. Always come up with what we call benefits, extra benefits for people who work well for you. It's very, very important, and it is key in business. The other thing that you need to ensure that you do, implement the right tools for the growth of your organization. Now, if it is marketing department, do not stifle, do not deny the marketing department money. And I'll tell you this for free, that more often than not, marketing departments do not see eye to eye with what we call the accounting department. Because the accountant, his business is to ensure that that money is properly protected without spending. Because the work of an accountant is to protect every single penny. But the work of a marketer is to spend more money so that they can be able to procure more businesses. So if it is marketing department, if it's accounting department, HR department, all these departments must be interlinked. Because when you link those departments together, they'll be able to work seamlessly for the betterment of the organization. Why don't you even organize what we call end of the year party for your staff members? Very, very important. Why don't you come up with what we call Calon facilities for your staff members? Very, very important. After they have met a certain threshold, give them those benefits. Those benefits, I'm telling you, will work miracles for your organization. And then do not micromanage your people. Avoid micromanaging your people. Micromanaging your people means you have given me a docket. Once you give me a docket, and trust me, the only thing that you're supposed to do is to ask me for the scorecard. What is it that I have done? I promised to deliver, for instance, A, B, C, D. Have I delivered? If I have delivered, why should you keep an eye on me? So do not keep on micromanaging your staff members. These are the things that bring down an organization. The other thing is that do not shout to your members of staff. Respect them. These are the people who make your dreams come to pass or to see the light of the day. So if you can be able to do those small things for your organization, I'm telling you, success is guaranteed. And again, you should also ensure that the amount of money that you make in terms of profits, you do not spend it for your own other business engagements. You must ensure that you still have a buffer stock. A buffer stock means spare some money because you never know what tomorrow has for you. For instance, now during this COVID-19, many organizations, they laid off their employees. Others could not even afford to pay rent for the premises that they had hired. So if that kind of a situation comes, and maybe you had gotten a very strategic position for your business, do you let go your strategic position because you never saved money for a rainy day? So keep some money for a rainy day. Do not spend all the money that you get from your business on your personal engagements. Sometimes remember, the business belongs to you, those plans belongs to you. So you must always ensure that you have got good records with your financiers, with your banks, so that in the event something may happen along the way, you can always have a fallback plan. And in conclusion, let me tell you this. If you are the CEO of a company, be reporting early. Report early. Let your employees find you there. If possible, if you don't have any other engagements, be the last person to leave your office. By so doing, you're setting a very good example to your employees. But you cannot be coming at 10:30, 11:30. Sometimes sporadically you come on a Wednesday, you come on a Sunday. Yes, you appreciate that you are very busy. But then you're busy doing what if you cannot be able to keep a keen eye on your business that gives you money? Then avoid family interferences. We have some women, sorry to say this, I'll start with women, who come and when they find that beautiful ladies have been employed, they seemingly appear to be offering competition to your wife, if you're a man. Don't allow those kind of things to happen. You must separate businesses from what we call home emotional effects. Because some women, they want their husbands to employ the most ugliest creatures in this world of God. I'm not saying, remember, we are all fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God, but the Bible talks of beautiful women. So if you find some beautiful women, as long as they're delivering and they're not affecting or interfering or infringing on the light of the domestic front, then you have no business. So do not allow people to come and poke noses to your staff members. Otherwise, they'll demotivate them. They'll actually mess up with the organization, and you end up closing your business. So there must be some distinction. There must be some boundaries between family involvement and interferences and professionalism. Once you do that, I'm assuring you, your business will do pretty well. These are things that have been tested. These are things that have been proved to work, and I'm telling you from a very, very professional point of view. So it is always important to listen to professionals. And it's also important that you come up with a very good strategic plan. Let me mention this. What are the benefits of a strategic plan? The benefits of a strategic plan, it ensures at any given time to offer what we call a sneak preview of how the organization is performing. So that you had said, for instance, the first pillar was to ensure that you do training to your staff members. You have done what we call TNA. You have done the training needs analysis for your staff members. Invest money in training your staff. Many companies don't actually spend money training their staff members, which is very, very long. How do you ensure efficiency and effectiveness is realized in your organization? It is through what we call training your staff members. Keep training your staff members. Once you train your staff members, I'm assuring you that good results will be gotten. So you require to have a very, very solid strategic plan, a 5-year strategic plan, and keep evaluating, keep monitoring and evaluating your strategic plan to know whether it is going on the right direction, to know whether the company, the organization are actually in line with the vision and the mission and the philosophy and the core values of the organization. So those are some of the things that I do. I'll be able to teach you on something. How do you realize that you have broken even? How will you realize that you require now to diversify? How will you realize that you require to do what we call now expand your business to other horizons? Please make sure that you contact us. If you contact me, I'll be able to help you on that line. Are you desirous of having your business succeed? Don't hesitate. Take your phone now, call this number, and book an appointment with us. Talk to Madam Mary Jogu on 0713 534 65. kindly call Madam Mary Jogu on 0713 530 465. We offer a wide range of services. Should you want to pay us a visit, of course, you must make a call first, but we are domiciled at Top Blast House between Ola Petrol Station and Naivas Supermarket, and my neighbors are AA Driving School and Petans Driving School, where we have got the ATM for Cooperative Bank and ATM for Equity Bank. In between is what we call a path. There's a path that you can use. First floor is where you'll find me. Book an appointment. Please come over. Let's discuss and see how far we can go in terms of managing our businesses. And remember, knowledge is power if it is used and put into use. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be able to advise you more on how to run your business effectively and efficiently. And we'll be able to help you understand what do you require to do. What are some of the indicators that your business is going on the right direction? And of course, on the contrary, if it is going on the wrong direction, that is where we went to school. So kindly feel free to join us, contact us, and we'll be more than happy to offer you the professional services that you desire. If that is your desire to have your business succeed, you have no option. You have to talk to us. May God bless you. Always a pleasure talking to you. Visit our website, www.panorama-consultants.com, to see other services that we offer. It has always been my pleasure talking to you. God bless you mightily. Shalom, shalom, shalom.